And here's the list of girls who will jump. Sorry, Boris from the United States. She's at the bottom of the page, and she won silver medals at big competitions before. There's Katerina Stephanie from Greece, who won medals in Europe. Here they come, walking out with cool fireworks. And there's Alicia Newman from Canada, who holds records for jumping really high indoors and outdoors. John talks about Nina Kennedy from Australia, who jumps 3 times every 2 years. There's Lisa from Germany, who won bronze medals in Europe. 2 years ago, she's jumping to try for a new record for her country. The French girl is jumping at position 5, and there's Olga Melina, who can't compete for Russia, so she's called a neutral athlete. She's jumping at position 6. She won a bronze medal in Europe. There's Angelica from Sweden, who won bronze medals indoors in 2015 and outdoors the next year at position 7. There's Eliza McCartney from New Zealand, who won bronze at the Olympics and has already made New Zealand proud today. Eliza McCartney at position 8 is the 2015 world champion from Cuba. Yes, she's really good at pole vaulting and won the world championship in 2015. Yarosli Silva from Cuba got silver medals. These are from the United States, but lost her poles somewhere and they were floating around in Paris. Let's finish with a girl who has won titles before. 2015 European Indoor Champion, and she's a neutral athlete because she can't compete for her country. And here's the new U.S. National Champion who had a big win last month. Katie Holmes. These are the athletes for the women's pole vault final. She jumped the highest. This year at 4 meters and 91 centimeters, there's a look at Alicia Newman from Canada. She will jump first when the final starts. The bar will be at 4 meters, 35 centimeters as Newman gets a start. And now that was an easy jump. You know, starting at 4:35 is just a little safer. I mean, she's jumped 4 meters, 66 centimeters before. So, you know, she's not one of the highest jumpers, but 4 meters, 60 centimeters is still a pretty good jump. So, you know, maybe just making sure you get a safe start and get a few jumps in so you don't have to sit down and wait for so long, which can be a little boring, I'm sure. So here we go. Australian champion Nina Kennedy. She's starting at 4:35. Also, she has jumped 4 meters, 62 centimeters this season. And that's also her best jump ever. She might be a little cold because it's summer in Australia right now. And it's 30 degrees warmer than it is in Birmingham with snow outside this building. It must have been a shock. Lisa is skipping 4:35 and going straight to a higher height. Lamar made her first jump, and that's a really good clearance with confidence. Yeah, I think sometimes we just want to get those nervous feelings out of the way. And if you are a little nervous and you come in too high, you have more chance of knocking off the bar. So I think, you know, you come in and just get rid of those nerves and get the feeling of the runway, get the feeling of the crowd, get the feeling of clearing that bar. And, you know, you can progress from there and build your confidence. She's 6th best in the world this year. Olga Melina will jump next. Olga has jumped for meters 55 centimeters this season, and her best ever is 4 meters 60 centimeters. So I am sure she's going to want to try and get close to that 4 meters 60 centimeters. That was a really nice clearance, really smooth on the runway, you know, still. I said not too many problems. That looked quite easy. Yarosli Silva from Cuba is currently in 3rd place, already jumped her best this season with 4:35, but I think that's because she hasn't jumped indoors this season and is probably jumping a little bit outdoors, maybe in Cuba. Yeah, and she's also jumped 4 meters 82 centimeters before and was the 2015 world champion and 2012 Olympic silver medalist. So she's very good, but not so much there though. She definitely got the hype, but no pole vaulters do this so often. They come down on the bar when they clear it. This happens a lot. We have 4 meters 82 centimeters from before, but I'm sure she'll clear this one as well. Sandy Morris from the USA is starting the competition at 4 meters 50 centimeters on her first try. Impressive. Sandy Morris is coming into this championship in great shape. She should clear that very easily. But sometimes you'll often see this at these lower heights where they're very confident and they No, they can clear it. Angelica Benson from Sweden hasn't had any competitions indoors this season and was invited based on her outdoor results, and she's having her second try. Very nice. She needed to clear that on her second try. Yes, she's the European bronze medalist indoors in 2015 and outdoors in 2016. So, she's not new to this. She's been there and done it a few times. We expected her to get over that height pretty easily, as she did. Eliza McCartney from New Zealand on her second try to clear it. She's happy with that. Eliza McCartney, who took the bronze medal last year in London at her first big championship. Here we go with Silva. She cleared on her first try at 4:35, but failed her first try at 4:50. She's going to want to get over this height just so she can stay in the competition. She, like the announcer said earlier, she hasn't jumped indoors this season, which means she hasn't actually competed indoors. This season looks like she's going to have to wait until the men's hurdles are finished. This has been very frustrating because, okay, we understand that up here where we're announcing we're both jumpers too, but it's very frustrating when you're stopped just to introduce a different event, rather than if they're actually running. We understand, but introductions also matter as different events start. Here she goes, Silva, with that. She cleared it. The US girl on her second try is starting at this height, and she's the world leader with that clearance, putting some pressure on others. Newman is the first finalist to try this height of 4 meters 60 centimeters, currently in first place with no misses. That was really, really close. It bounces up. You can see it goes up and down. But Nina Kennedy from Australia had a little bit of a rough start, missing twice at her first height and her second height. Can she clear 4 meters 60 centimeters? On her first try? And Elisa McCartney first try at 4 meters 60 centimeters myself. Also, I said she won bronze in London last year, but she actually won bronze at Rio 2016. Olympics, Yarisli Silva missed clearing 4 meters 60 centimeters, but already has a season best of 4 meters 50 centimeters, little celebrations. She's very, very active on Twitter and social media, and her mom often finds out about her daughter on Twitter and has to look at Twitter to find out what she's doing in her daughter's life. So anyway, she cleared 4 meters 50 centimeters on the first try and now goes for 4 meters 60 centimeters. And now Stephanie from Greece, and she's a teammate who beat her at the US Championships with no misses so far, and she's starting the competition. At this height, she clears another one with no misses so far, starting at this height, and she takes the lead with no misses at 4 meters 60 centimeters. Looked like she's really enjoying herself as well, which is always good too. Really enjoy yourself in the big competitions. Why not? I mean, she's had a big breakthrough this year and she's at her first World Indoors. Some people have their first big debut at the world level. So why not enjoy yourself? She's jumping really well too. Angelica Bengtsson is currently in 9th place at 4 meters 60 centimeters. She has jumped this height before, but without competing a lot before and no competitions before the World Championships. This season, not a bad try, but maybe lacking a little bit of competition practice. Alicia Newman from Canada. Alicia used to do gymnastics all the way up to age 13, which is not a bad thing considering pole vault is a body control event. Nice to see some of the athletes going over, even if it's the last try, if I remember correctly. I think they also did the same thing at the championships in the States. 4 meters 60 centimeters clearance on the third try. So that was really good for her. Let's see if the girl from France can do the same as Newman from Canada just did a moment ago. Last try at 4 meters 60 centimeters. Not this time. Looks like she's finishing in 8th place. Olga Molina, also third try at 4 meters 60 centimeters to stay alive in this competition. Bit of a scare there, but nice clearance, and she moves on to the next height. 4 meters 70 centimeters, third try at 4 meters 60 centimeters. Let's see if she can get focused again and clear it to stay in the competition at 4 meters 60 centimeters at the moment. She's currently in 10th place. Eliza McCartney is now currently in bronze medal position with only one miss. All the way up to 4 meters 70 centimeters. Looking at the height plan, I'd say that this 4 meters 70 centimeters could be a really important height to clear on the first try to see if the bronze medalists from the Olympic Games in Rio can take the lead. She's actually got some good family background because her mother, Donna, was a gymnast and her father, William, jumped 1 meter 95 centimeters in high jump. So she's got some jumping ability in there somewhere. Unfortunately, she still has a smile on her face, but yeah, she knocked that one down on her first try at 4 meters 70 centimeters. She's still in third place, and here we go back to the women's pole vault. She's currently in third place at 4 meters 60 centimeters. She cleared on her first try as a season's best and now goes for 4 meters 70 centimeters. Yeah, she knows she's got it in her. Obviously, she didn't get it, but looked like a really good try. And I think that she will probably get this on the next try. I feel like she's gonna come down on the bar. I was learning a few terms from the men's pole vault, but it's a very, very technical event. So there's many things that you can adjust. One pole vaulter said to me that makes it good, and it also makes it